Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's story unfolds with a woman on the brink of desperation, a lavish party she was never invited to, and a man who offered more than a plate of food. He opened the door to something he never expected: emotional hunger. This review dives into the powerful emotional arcs, symbolic choices, and layered narrative hidden within a simple dinner invitation that turned into a life-altering experience for both. The exterior of this story is wrapped in opulence and class division. The mansion where the party takes place is filled with polished marble floors, gold-trimmed chandeliers, and carefully selected floral centerpieces that echo wealth. Guests wear designer clothing, sip champagne, and glide across the estate with curated elegance. Into this polished world steps a woman in torn jeans, dusty boots, and a jacket too thin for the weather. She is clearly out of place, a ghost among luxury, but her eyes burn with a silent determination that pierces the visual serenity. The contrast is stark and purposeful. It paints wealth not as abundance, but as isolation. Her presence disturbs the calm like a rock thrown into a still lake, and suddenly, everything begins to shift. Inside, the atmosphere is equally compelling, yet emotionally tighter. The interior of the mansion is pristine but hollow. It lacks warmth. She enters a kitchen where silver platters steam with untouched gourmet dishes, but what resonates is the silence between people, not the music or laughter. The interior design mirrors the owner's emotional distance: modern, minimal, and cold. But when he catches her in the act of stealing food, a strange warmth begins to seep into the space. Instead of rage, he offers her a plate. The moment is brief, but the entire mood shifts. The mansion starts to feel less like a fortress and more like a place of possibility. Performance in this story is deeply rooted in character evolution. Her performance is raw, silent, and layered. She doesn't speak much, but every glance, every flinch, every act of gratitude or defiance speaks volumes. Her hunger is more than physical, it's emotional, spiritual, and existential. His performance is more subtle, defined by transformation. He begins as a man surrounded by abundance but emotionally starving. He smiles for his guests but never actually sees them. The moment he sees her, truly sees her, his world begins to unravel. He's not just intrigued, he's moved. From the initial act of generosity to the aching emptiness he feels when she vanishes, his arc is slow-burning but deeply impactful. Together, their chemistry creates a performance that is equal parts tragedy and awakening. When it comes to safety features, the narrative goes beyond physical safety and dives into emotional risk and protection. Her survival instincts have taught her never to trust kindness; it's always followed by cruelty. Yet he offers safety in a way she's never known, not through walls or wealth, but through consistency, respect, and the absence of expectation. His version of safety is initially material: food, shelter, warmth, but it evolves. He learns that true safety is presence, is empathy, is letting someone in even when they don't fit the mold. By the time she leaves, he realizes how unsafe his life has truly been: guarded, disconnected, and devoid of real connection. The story teaches that safety doesn't come from things but from people willing to see past your exterior into your truth. Unique selling points of this tale lie in its powerful social commentary and emotional depth. The story uses a single night and a stolen meal to unravel years of trauma, privilege, and emotional blindness. It challenges viewers to look at hunger not just as a lack of food but as a lack of belonging, warmth, and purpose. It flips the traditional rescue narrative on its head. She may have come to steal, but she ends up giving him the only thing he never had: meaning. The dialogue is sparse but potent, the cinematography intentional and poetic, and the pacing slow yet impactful. It doesn't rush, it breathes. Every silence is deliberate. Every glance matters. The richness comes not from the setting, but from the emotional honesty that bleeds through the cracks of a cold, polished world. The price of this experience, metaphorically speaking, is steep. For her, it meant risking humiliation, arrest, and rejection just to satisfy hunger. For him, it meant losing the emotional numbing he had mistaken for peace. By the end, the cost is his heart, because once she disappears, he's not just longing for her presence, but starving without it. There's no final kiss, no promise of return, just the haunting emptiness of a home that never truly felt like home until she invaded it. He walks into his kitchen daily, sees the same untouched food, but it tastes like ash. What he gave her was dinner. What she gave him was a reason to feel. And now, without her, everything is bland, flavorless, and void. That emotional price is what elevates this story from a simple act of generosity into a tale of profound longing. In conclusion, she crashed his party to steal food, he let her stay for dinner and ended up starving without her is not just a dramatic title. It's a layered exploration of class, human need, and the invisible ways people can nourish or deprive each other. The visuals are grand, the emotional performance is unforgettable, and the central message profound. Sometimes the one who comes with nothing is the one who gives you everything. And when they're gone, no feast can fill the hollow they leave behind.